Well, hey there, friends. Good morning, and thanks for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
Glad to have you here with us this morning. I'm Tim Pham. Well, parts of the inland Northwest are still a little bit frosty and even foggy this morning, as some locations are still under a winter weather advisory.
So let's get right outside to meteorologist Jeremy Legoo in the Outdoor Weather Center. So, Jeremy, what kind of weather can we expect as we are kicking off the week of Thanksgiving and some really busy holiday travel?
Oh, first and foremost, Tim is right. We've got quite a bit going on, and let's start with what we have in our advisory category. We have a freezing fog advisory. That's these kind of green shaded areas. That's for fog that is freezing to things, and that does include the roads. So if you're heading on Interstate 90, you're battling that this morning. By this afternoon, it's the winter weather advisories both out west and to our east that go into effect for an incoming storm. That storm arrives later tonight. I really think about 9 or 10 p.m. we'll start to see a little bit of rain kind of mixing with some snow. Overnight, that transitions into snow. We likely see a little bit of snow through tomorrow morning, and then it tapers off and winds down. But really, it's all about the timing, and that does arrive in time for the morning commute. And tomorrow, one of the busiest travel days of the year, you're battling snow up and over mountain passes to the west and to the east. But for now, it's all about the cold. Temperatures are on the chilly side, 29 in Spokane, 26 in Deer Park, 25 in Sandpoint. Below freezing in Coeur d'Alene as well. Near it out in central Washington, it's a chilly start to the day. But by this afternoon, expect plenty of sunshine and temps to climb. We will be up in the 40s. A bulk of that arrives later today along with that front that moves in. You're going to kind of miss out on a bulk of that activity in central Washington. Your temps will actually trend a bit cooler because of it. We'll wind up seeing a little bit of sunshine before the storm moves in because of our overall ridging or ridge of high pressure in place. But as the storm and the front starts working its way toward us, what we are going to see is a big shift in our weather pattern, and we'll actually start to see some of that snow develop. Now, remember, it starts later on today. I really think that we'll watch a sunny day turn cloudy by the time the sun goes down. By tonight, it's rain and snow developing across the inland Northwest. By early tomorrow morning, it should transition into snow, and it does look like it comes down good enough to give us some accumulation, even in some lower areas. Here in Spokane, it's going to be really tough to squeeze out some of that. If we get as much as possible out of this thing, that would be about an inch of snow. So realistically, it's a lot less than that as it moves in, but it really is all about timing.
This is the first full week all Americans are now eligible for the COVID-19 booster shot.
So as we approach the holiday season, health officials are urging people to get vaccinated and get their booster shot as well. But it still remains unclear how often people who are fully vaccinated against coronavirus might need those boosters in the future.
Whether that's every 6 months, yearly, or not at all. Dr. Anthony Fauci says researchers are monitoring it closely.
We would hope, and this is something that we're looking at very carefully, that third shot with the mRNA not only boosts you way up, but increases the durability so that you will not necessarily need it every 6 months or a year. We're hoping it pushes it out more.
People 18 and older are eligible for Pfizer or Moderna's booster shot after 6 months of becoming fully vaccinated. Those who got the one-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine will be eligible 2 months after being fully vaccinated.
When you get the booster shot, the CDC says to expect similar side effects to your second dose. In a study by the CDC, 79% of people reported pain or swelling of the arm. 74% also experienced a fever or a headache.
In the meantime, new data reveals just over 17 million fully vaccinated seniors have received a COVID booster shot. Now, this is concerning to some public health officials because 40 million people aged 65 and older have been fully vaccinated for at least 6 months now.
6:05 now, time for your morning rush. More news in less time.
Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward is issuing a new proclamation to expand Small Business Saturday. So this proclamation is meant to support more than 10,000 businesses during the holiday season. Woodward cites small businesses as major factors in boosting the area's economy during the pandemic. Small Business Saturday started over the weekend and will continue every Saturday leading up to Christmas.
A fascinating cold case in Spokane solved. Police identified the man who killed 9-year-old Candy Rogers in 1959. Candy went missing while she was selling Campfire Girl mints. Her body was found 2 weeks later, but her killer was never located. Earlier this year, a forensic lab tested DNA from Candy's clothes. The test led police to John Ray Hoff. Hoff was 20 years old at the time of the crime. He died by suicide in 1970. Now, this discovery closed a 62-year-old case. It also brought closure for law enforcement.
This is a bittersweet moment for all of us, and definitely more bitter than sweet. You had the kidnapping of an innocent 9-year-old who was brutally and violently assaulted and murdered. A 9-year-old who had absolutely no concept of evil that exists.
Now, this also means closure for Candy's family. The news was bittersweet for the remaining members of Candy's family, as her parents died before they could find out what happened to their daughter.
Her mom was an only child, and so that's really sad that they passed away with not knowing who had taken their granddaughter and daughter's life.
As for the Hoff family, it was Hoff's daughter, Kathy, who submitted a DNA sample to help with the investigation.
Very, very sorry for what my dad did, that he took her life horribly, and that he took her mom's life, really, took her dad's life. He took more lives than one.
Now, with the revelations from Spokane police, Kathy says she hopes Candy's family can now find peace.
That is your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. We are just one day away from Tom's Turkey Tuesday. This year, we are expecting a lot of first-time families for the Thanksgiving food drive.
So KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez is live at the Spokane County Fairgrounds this morning as supplies are being delivered today. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning. So cars will be lining up right here where I'm standing for Tom's Turkey Drive, which is starting tomorrow. These gates right here are going to be opening up for people to go into the building right back here to get their meals for Thanksgiving. But I was able to catch up with one person who says they've never been to Tom's Turkey Drive before and are planning on going this year.
Thanksgiving comes and goes every year. But for Shauna Atwell, this Thanksgiving
I'm excited.
is going to be special.
I have a son who's coming and a few other people who are coming.
She's hosting Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Something she wouldn't normally be able to do. Just the grocery shopping alone is hard for Shauna.
It's just difficult for me to stand in line. Okay.
But walking around doesn't even compare to the hurdle at the end of the trip.
Yes. I live off a disability paycheck, and I operate with food stamps. Things have been very difficult.
That's why we find Shauna here at Salvation Army's food bank.
I come here about once every couple of months.
She's picking
Broccoli, yes.
and choosing
Thank you.
what will go well
And pasta, if I can get one.
with her turkey.
The turkey.
One she may not have been able to afford if it weren't for Tom's Turkey Drive.
And so I'll have enough food for everybody.
This year, giving meaning to Shauna's Thanksgiving.
It's such a blessing. It's such a wonderful thing.
In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
So that building there is where people will be getting their meals tomorrow morning. The event is a drive-through event specifically. It will be starting at 7 a.m. tomorrow and going till 5 p.m. or until we run out of meals. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Well, still ahead here on Up with KREM. KREM 2's Laura Papetti joins us live after the break. Take a look. She's answering your most asked questions about Tom's Turkey Drive, but also cooking up a special dessert that you can also make from your Tom's Turkey Drive bag.
And we're talking an incoming storm. That storm working its way into British Columbia. We'll talk how that means everything from rain, snow, even a little bit of wind as we head through the next 24 hours.